Okay, so this is not a usual thing that I talk about here on Aloha Android, but it is something that I support, and I'm just trying to do my small part in getting the word out. So, most people know what an e-cigarette is. Most people know what vaping is. Um, you see it a lot. People who used to smoke cigarettes are switching over to it, and it's a better alternative than smoking cigarettes or smoking cigars or chewing tobacco or whatever. It's a better alternative. It's cleaner for one, okay? Because I've been doing this for like 2 years already. I'm about to hit my 3-year anniversary in February. That'd be 3 years smoke free, and I couldn't be more happier. And so lately, I'm not gonna go all technical and everything like that. Layman's terms here, but lately it was passed. It was deemed by the FDA that electronic cigarettes, e-juice, um, box mods, mech mods, RDAs, all that stuff is considered tobacco products. So now it is coming to a point where in some states you have to be 18 to buy it. I believe in California and Hawaii you have to be 21 to buy it, since in Hawaii and California you have to be 21 to buy cigarettes. So, they put all these regulations on it. Now, you can get deep down into it, the whole thing, but honestly, after reading numerous blogs, watching numerous blogs, and just getting wind of a bunch of websites that's been posting about it, I honestly can say that I know that all this crap, with the FDA and the government, all it's really about, it's about money. It's always about money. It'll always be about money, and nothing else but that. So what it's going to do is, if you're someone who vapes, your place of where you like to buy your e-juice, whether it's a local vape shop or if it's an online store, apparently they're going to have to submit applications to get approval for all products that they're carrying. And if I'm not mistaken, I think it's like, to register a product, I think the application fee is, I believe, $1 million. I could be wrong, but I believe it's like $1 million per product. So all the fees and all the crap that the government is basically saying that these vapor companies have to register for is going to put a good chunk of them out of business, okay? Because a lot of vape shops are really, they're still small. While they're getting, popularity and they're, gaining customers and, they're selling product, they still haven't made that type of revenue like big tobacco corporations like, Philip Morris. Those guys have millions to spend. Tobacco products, tobacco companies, they pay a huge, I want to call it a fine. They try to dress it up like it's, it's just a little fee that we pay. Because everyone knows that cigarettes kills, okay? It's proven fact, it's the leading cause of lung cancer, and it's killed a lot of people. And some people will always, think, when they sit and think about it, they'll always be like, well, if it kills people, why is our government allowing it? Well, first off, I can honestly say the government doesn't give a shit about you or me, honestly. That's one. Two, the tobacco companies, they pay money out. Now, I really wish I remember this website that I read, this really long blog, and it kind of made sense when I read it. But basically, real quick, what it was talking about was, the government gets money from the big tobacco companies. Okay, they're given money because their product kills people, and it's a big amount of money. It's small or simple, like $100,000 or anything like that. We're talking about buku millions. Okay, that the tobacco company pays the government, and what does our government do? Because it knows it's going to get that type of money from the tobacco companies. I want to say corporates. The tobacco companies, they go and they spend money that they don't have yet on things that we possibly really didn't need, and relied on that. It's also funny that like people jumped from smoking cigarettes and cigars and all that crap to vaping. Big tobacco companies are losing revenue because people aren't just buying tobacco cigarettes anymore. And it's like all of a sudden it becomes a big issue. Like, you know, my older sister is the one who introduced me into vaping because I was a smoker before I quit, okay? And honestly, I've been smoking cigarettes since the first time I smoked a cigarette, I was 7 years old. My mom left it in the ashtray. She went out. I picked it up, lit it, and took a hit. Coughed my lungs out. I didn't get heavy into it till I was 11, okay? Now, I'm 33 years old, and I just quit 2 years ago. That tells you how long I've been smoking cigarettes, all right? I couldn't run for crap. I could barely do anything, okay? I was really, really, really unhealthy. Now, my older sister got me into vaping. She started doing it, and right now she doesn't do anything. She quit vaping as well. But I decided to give it a try. I did it. I started vaping. Vaping has replaced cigarettes, and to me, the things that I don't have to worry about is because I don't have to worry about being around my kids and them getting secondhand smoke, ultimately. Two, I mean, I don't know how much damage I've done to my lungs. Till today, I'm scared shitless that I may have caused a point to have lung cancer. I mean, I haven't gone to a doctor. I haven't had my lungs checked or nothing. I don't know because I'm scared shitless that I may have, for doing a stupid thing like smoking cigarettes. But I haven't touched a cigarette in 2 years. I'm more happier about it. I'm more, energetic. I can breathe better. Okay, trust me, like right now, I want to say this as proof. I don't know if any of my older YouTube videos from like 3 years ago or 4 years ago, but you could probably hear me like heavy breathing in my videos while I'm talking. That's because I'm always gasping for air in a way. That's because my oxygen levels was just shit. It was bad. Nowadays, I'm able to run more. I'm able to be more active with my kids and play. We go to the park and we play. And it just, for me, it's just sad because, I don't have a problem really with vaping products being regulated to where you have to be 18 and over to buy. Because I know there was like a bunch of young kids that were doing it for no reason. Like they would buy, mech mods and RDAs, and they were vaping e-juice with 0 milligrams of nicotine, and it was like, parents didn't like it. Okay, I get that. There are some things that children shouldn't do. I totally get that. But it actually being considered a tobacco product, like, and have to pay all these outrageous fees just to exist, that's just a lot of crap. In my opinion, it is. So, what are some things that people can do? You can contact your state senate, your state representatives. You can write letters to them expressing what you think about vaping and support keeping it around and not deem it a tobacco product. I mean, if it's going to be regulated in the sense that you have to be an adult to buy it, that's fine. But, it's not a tobacco product. It's gonna take it away from all the people who have found it and are using it as an alternative. And you don't have to vape to support this, because think about it. A person who's not a smoker, okay? Say, if you're a person who doesn't smoke, who would you rather be standing next to if you had to stand next to someone? Say you're waiting on a taxi or you're waiting on a bus or a train. Do you want to be standing next to someone who lit up a cigarette with that smell? Because trust me, I know what it smells like now. Like when I smoked cigarettes, I never could understand why people was like, "Oh, you smell like crap." But I get it. I haven't touched a cigarette, but when someone lights a cigarette, I can smell it, and it is disgusting. And it's like, wow, but because I smoked every day, I've become immune to the smell. I wouldn't know. But would you rather be stuck next to a person smoking a cigarette and smelling that horrible crap, or someone who's vaping? And these e-juices, I mean, the flavor within them, you smell the flavor also. So like if I'm vaping on apple rings, okay, like the sour apple ring candies, that's what you're gonna smell when I exhale all the vapor. You're gonna smell stinky ass cigarettes or anything like that. So it's not just only about people who vape that should support this of not deeming, reversing the government's decision to deem vaping products as tobacco products. But even the people who don't smoke or vape, we could really use your help. I mean, it is what it is. And I know this is not one of my usual videos about tech, But this is something that I passionately support. Yeah, I don't want to see this, go away. I don't want to see a lot of the vapor shops shut down because, they just can't meet the government's requirement, which is an outrageous requirement just to have your product sell. I mean, $1 million for one, just to register one product. That's like, okay, this bottle of apple rings. Mount Baker would have to pay $1 million just to, start the registration process just for this flavor. And they have a lot of flavors, so you figure, even if it's a small vapor company that only has 10 flavors, that's $10 million they're going to have to pay. And that doesn't approve them. That's just the application registration fee. And then they got other fees they have to pay to go along with. So why would any, small shop company even try to stand and fight that? They don't even have the funds to do that. I just think there's a lot of people who watch all these vape bloggers on YouTube. They hear them say like, help get this done, do your part, instead of taking Instagram photos of what they call a hand check, where you basically have your mod and your e-juice is like hand check. Rather than people doing that, they should. If you like vaping, you really should do your part and contact your state senate. Call the White House. I mean, a lot of these vapor bloggers on YouTube are giving out the White House's number where you can actually call and tell them what you think about vaping. Get it done, and especially get it done before we have some asshole in office, because we're already on that time for our new president. So it takes just one email, just one letter, just one phone call. One phone call out of your entire life would really help. And I'll do my part. I hope some people will do their part, and let's get this changed, because I sure as hell, I guess for me, I'm at a point right now where I could put down vaping and just not do anything at all. And I'm glad that I started when I started. But I know there's a lot of people who just switched over and are still nicotine dependent. And it would suck if we couldn't get this reversed. And, of course, addiction is a very serious thing. We all know that all these new people who jump ship over to vaping are going to jump right back over to cigarettes. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to rant about that live. Thanks for checking it out. I know it's not anything to do with tech, but I guess you can consider e-cigarettes and stuff like that tech in a way, but not my usual main thing. And I'm not I love vaping. I'm not a big-time, a vape blogger. So, if you're into vaping, don't hate on my video, please. I'm just trying to do my part and just get the word out. So, yeah, thanks for checking this out. Thanks for watching the replay if you did. And much alohas. You guys will see me in the next one, guys. Bye.